So listen, every time Dreamgirls comes on, I think of two things. I think of how Eddie Murphy got robbed when it came to the Oscars. And I also think about, because my brain just functions like this, I think about how Cece was a trash ass brother to Effie because that man left her out to dry for years. And then he came back at the end, but we can talk about that later on. But that's what comes to my brain first. We're not here to talk about that directly, but I want to unpack a few things. But I'm not doing this alone, right? If you couldn't hear that laugh in the background, that's somebody who is going to get an introduction. But if you're on social media and on my social media, she doesn't need one, but let's do it anyway. All right. So we got a person who is coming back for the second time on this podcast. Somebody who has been in the industry herself for how many years?
I guess technically you can say close to 20-ish,
Oh,
maybe.
close to 20.
If we include like what I've done in high school and as a child and stuff like that, then yeah.
I'm about
But
to say, you sound a little bit old down here. I know you ain't that old.
I'm not. I'm only 33.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
so yeah.
Yes. 20
I guess.
years?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's cap it
Okay.
at 20. I
Okay.
don't really know.
20, 20, 20. Now, I'm not done talking her up, y'all, because she ain't going to do it right now. So I'm going to do it for her. Chi-Town Zone, radio host, event curator, plus size model, brand ambassador, Alabama State alum, member of the Chicago HBCU alumni choir, performing at the United Center all the time. I just watched her sing the national anthem and killed it because obviously that's her. Shani Showbiz is back at it again. Shani, what's going on?
Man, oh God. Nobody has ever introduced
Good, good.
this well. My goodness. Wow. Thank you. I
Of
am
course, of course.
glad to be back. I've been thirsty to be back.
I love it.
Because our last conversation, it was everything. And I love what you're doing for the culture, and especially for us to do this in Black History Month is
Of
just
course.
the icing on the cake for me.
Yes, ma'am.
So I am grateful that you have asked me to come back. I am grateful for the listeners that you have in the community that you have built because you got some real ones. And
Trying to.
I love the way that all of y'all's minds work, and I love the memories that you all have. Because just when you think that you remember everything, you're
Mm-hmm.
reminded that there's something else to remember, and then it's a lost memory. It's like, oh
Right.
my God, I remember that. Oh, was I
And
was
then it's
that?
gone. Exactly.
So yeah, and millennials especially, we've gone through a lot. So there's so much for
Listen.
us to remember. So for you Gen Zers and Gen Alphas who might be the CNAs and who might be changing out our bed dressings and things. First of all, do your job, have a heart for it, and do everything correctly and ethically. But also, be not surprised how far back down memory lane we go. Um,
Yeah.
Also, do your homework because we're not going to let up on you not knowing about these things, especially when we know that half of our generation birthed you. So, yeah.
That part. That part. Okay, I have a serious question
Okay.
before we get too deep. Now, this is very serious, so I want to know what you think.
Okay.
Eddie Murphy, robbed or not robbed?
I would say so.
You say so? Okay,
I would say
okay,
right.
cool.
Yeah.
I want to make sure before we got too far in the discussion, I want to make sure we're on the same page with my boy Eddie not getting his flowers at that time. They give them to him now, like, oh, he was so great in Dream.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like,
Mm-hmm.
for everything that this man has done, like,
Exactly.
there's so much that he does not get enough recognition for. Like honestly, for Dreamgirls, By the masses, and when I say by the masses, I mean people who are not theater geeks like we are.
Mhm.
Um, he gets the most recognition from Jimmy Got Soul,
Right.
and that's just because people want to be out acting the fool, and
It
because
was a show for
nobody
sure.
can shenan like Eddie Murphy can shenan. So
That's a
like,
fact.
they y'all in love with the hit me bop 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 that bop, but you did not
It was good.
examine the entire character.
Exactly, the depth of the character.
So
Mhm.
and for that matter, you didn't care for, or you seemingly didn't care for the depth of the story, the original story itself.
Mhm.
Especially when y'all brushing off old music and be all like, "Oh, that old ass shit," and this is why
Right.
every song sounds like 9 beats of the same thing.
Oop,
So, yeah,
clock it.
yeah, y'all
Talk
out
to
here
him.
uncultured. I hate it.
That's okay. That's what me and you here for, so we can get them right and talk about the culture in the best way that we can with class and a little sass, because you need to have both. Both are necessary. So I want to talk about my first feeling. So when I first saw Dreamgirls, the movie, of course, the music like grabbed me by the neck, right, and just said, "Come here, take this all in." But beyond that, I looked at the competition aspect of it, the harmonies, the colors, the lighting, the choreography. It just felt so big to me. And that was in 2006, a time where I knew I wanted to be on stage, but I wasn't doing it because you probably can't tell by my social media now. Don't let that shit fool you. I'm still shy. Like, not shy that I don't think I can do it, not in that sense, but in the sense of sometimes feeling small in a world that's so big. And when I'm actually on the stage, that goes away. Like, that shit is out the window. But leading up to the stage, I'm just like, talk myself out of it. Maybe next year I'll go, and that's been a problem since high school. So when this came out, I was having that very problem. But like I said, something about all the characters, but Jimmy's character really pulled me into my performing bag, and just how Eddie Murphy before that didn't do much serious stuff, but Jimmy was more serious than he was goofy in this movie. And I was just like, if Eddie Murphy can do that, then what can I do if I really try? So I tried out for a play the next year and got cast in the play, but I kid you not, this movie is one of the reasons why I wanted to take it seriously, because I saw these black faces on screen in this big Hollywood budget film that in 2006 was still kind of new, because they were primarily black cast like Beyonce, Eddie Murphy, Anika Noni Rose, pre-Princess Tiana, Danny Glover, all this black excellence on screen, light skin, caramel, dark skin, big, small. I was like, okay, maybe theater isn't something people can just laugh at and say, boy, don't do that. Maybe this is something I can actually do. And if not on the stage, behind the scenes. So this for me was big. How was it for you when you first saw it?
Wow. So I remember when you asked me to think about Dreamgirls, my
Hmm.
first memory goes back to the commercials that they put out to advertise that it was
Yeah.
coming to theaters.
Hmm.
And it was the glitz, the glamour. It was Beyonce, Jennifer Hudson, Anika Noni Rose.
Hmm.
And of course, Beyonce is the breakout star. She's the one that we know. And then we know
The
Jennifer
shining star.
Hudson. Real ones would know Jennifer Hudson from American Idol.
Absolutely.
And I remember Jennifer Hudson when she auditioned for American Idol.
Talk
So,
about it.
and quiet as it's kept, she and I have had the same coach
Oh,
as far as acting and the arts are concerned. We had them at separate times. But
okay.
she went to ETA Creative Arts Foundation, and I attended there when I was in high school, but she went to Mr. Renako Jahi, and he was her acting coach
I love it.
for Dreamgirls. She went to him and another vocal coach that I know, I can't remember the name of, Andrew Womble. She went to him for vocals for American Idol and for Dreamgirls,
Okay.
and she went to Mr. Jahi for complete theatrics
Love that.
or audition for Dreamgirls. Eh, yeah, so seeing Jennifer Hudson is like, that's that girl from American Idol. And
Right.
then, Anika Noni Rose, just a pretty black face,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm the child of a boomer, so my mom has seen Dreamgirls
Mm-hmm.
and she knows the background story,
The original, yeah.
and so she's able to pick out, oh, okay, that's Diana, that's
Right.
Effie, that's Mary, So I'm like, oh, all right, cool. But I was drawn just by seeing the different clips in the commercials. And so when
Yeah.
we found out that it was coming to theaters, we made plans to go see it at midnight on Christmas Day. And when we saw it, oh my goodness. Um I
Man.
I remember the effects that I was hearing through the speakers at the movie theater, especially for Step to the Bad Side. My
Oh man.
don't woo! Don't don't
Shook.
don't ever
Don't ever.
don't let me hear you got me to think for hey, don't do it.
Step into the bad side.
Mm,
Woo.
my
Yeah,
Lord
yeah,
today.
yeah. Come
So
on, come on.
hearing just hearing the song, I knew the background story probably just at surface level. I
Yeah.
knew that the Dream Girls were the Temptations and the Supremes. I knew the story between Diana Ross and Barry Gordy, and I
Mhm.
knew all of that, but I did not know the rest of the story, how things played out, and I wasn't sure what this production was going to look like. So I
Mhm.
was excited just to be able to find out the entire story. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and the feel that I got from it immediately, I wanted the soundtrack, and I got it.
Immediately. Work.
Um, because my mind was, I'm gonna be a singer, and I wanted to be able to sing like them. Now, at the time, mama was telling me right, but I wasn't trying to hear it. She's
Of
like,
course.
you got to get vocal lessons, and you got to go to these music schools and take classes. And I'm like, what?
Like, girl,
Beyonce don't
whatever.
talking about. And she's like, well, Beyonce got a vocal coach, and I'm like, no, she don't. Do you hear her? Like, stop playing with me.
Right.
Not thinking, duh, goofy, like she sound like that because she got the vocal coach. So I
There's
learned things.
layers.
I learned things the long way,
As most kids
and
do, you know.
and so my mom got me the soundtrack, and I had that thing. That thing went quadruple platinum in my house,
Wore it out.
in my room,
As it
not
should.
just in my room. I learned every song. I'm paying attention to the parts, and I'm the type of person too where
Right.
I can hear a song and strictly hear the instruments.
Yeah.
I can know the lyrics, but I can block out the lyrics. I can block out voices and just hear the background parts of it all. Like, cause
Exactly.
the background instruments be cooking,
Mm-hmm.
and little things like that just they kind of make me sonically tick. So that was, I think that's what all laid it out. On
I
top
love
of
it.
the fact that we got Jamie Foxx,
Ah,
Danny Glover, and the aforementioned actors that we have throughout this production. Honestly, like you get a bunch of well-known black people who are in acting or whatever. I'm sold immediately.
yep.
And depending on who it is, of course, we're gonna know whether it will flop or not. But
Mm-hmm.
with these people and doing this storyline, somebody as serious as Eric Marlon Bishop, the
Come
first.
on. Come on.
That's
Government
somebody
name. Come on.
who's not gonna play. If you confused, that's Jamie.
Right. For those of you who are not on the same page, the same wavelength, Jamie Foxx.
Just in case y'all like, who is Eric?
That
Yeah,
Eric
that's
Marlon
that's
Bishop.
Jamie. That's Jamie's name. But somebody who appreciates music the way that he does,
Absolutely.
and someone with the like, who is part of the likes of Danny Glover,
Yes.
someone who was alive during the time of the original story being played out,
Hmm. Oh
someone
yeah.
who was listening to the actual Supremes live and in living color
Yes, ma'am.
throughout his lifetime. You are bound to not go wrong. So that's what did it for me when it came
Yeah.
when it went like the the commercials, the pictures, and the songs. Yeah, I was a fan from there.
Absolute. 10 out of 10. Would not disagree with you. Like that, like I said, that drew me in. And then once I saw it, I was like, okay, so how can I go see it again? Like, can I go back next week? Can I go back next week? I probably saw it in theaters 4 times when I wasn't making no money yet. So that was somebody else's dime. But I made
Hmm.
sure I got my black ass in there and saw Dreamgirls because I knew what that meant for me. And at that time, where we grew up, sure, we had fun, but there was still some stuff we shouldn't have seen and shouldn't have been doing.
Correct.
So to find that kind of thing, I was like, okay, how do I lean more into this
Hmm.
while also still being young, but focusing on something that can be life changing and also uplifting, motivational? It isn't just like bad or sad, something you can bring fun to, and joy to for you and for other people. So
Hmm.
this was that for me, 100%. And this character, this next character is somebody who I at that time hadn't seen the original Broadway show
Hmm.
because in 2006 we didn't have tech like we have now, right? So like we had the internet, but not where I can go to BroadwayWorld.com and look up this, that, and the. It was like word of mouth. Unfortunately, in my circles, they weren't talking about the stage version of Dreamgirls. We knew Cheryl Lee Ralph was in it, but we didn't know much about it in my neighborhood. So when this came out, I was like, okay, I want to know about the backstory from that. How was it received? What did they do after that? I know what she did, but what did Jennifer Holiday do? What did everybody else do? So I kept going backwards to find that information. And what I can say is Effie White as a character, she was never the problem to me. Like she had her issues, but don't we all? You know what I mean? Like her as a
Yeah.
character, they made her the issue, but she wasn't the issue. So Jennifer Holiday, like we said earlier, she originated that role, and
Hmm.
the power that she put into that, like her performances, the clips go viral now because it looks funny and stuff like that, right? She was a
Yeah.
little extra, but I mean that's Broadway. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And you go from that to Jennifer Hudson, who came at the time out of nowhere and brought
Hmm.
that same force back to the screen and won awards, winning herself. Like that put her in a conversation that I don't even think I saw her going to be honest. I knew she could sing from American Idol, but I didn't know she was gonna keep going and rising like she did from this movie and I'm telling you specifically, like that just took her to another stratosphere. Like it was different mediums, but the same impact. The story stayed the same. And
Yeah.
that character had the strongest voice, but sometimes isn't the chosen face. And
Hmm.
that's where it gets real. That's where this for me was like I was like, cinematic soul. The way I break down movies, I gotta talk about Dreamgirls because there were so many layers in this movie that we see in real life, if we're being
Hmm.
real. So Shani, I want to ask you, has there ever been a moment where you knew you had talent? Because obviously, if y'all don't know, Shani can sing, can act, do whatever you need her to do, right? The talent is undeniable. But did you ever feel like you could feel the room evaluating you for something else, right? Not just for what you're doing on the stage.
um.
So, for example, Effie's character, right?
Mhm.
Like I said, she had the vocals, she had the song, she made it sound like it's supposed to sound. But
Mhm.
just like nowadays and historically, plus size black women have always been, like powerhouse vocals, this and that. But
Okay.
unfortunately, the marketing has other ideas. And while they get some love now, the image politics didn't disappear. Like they still sometimes don't give them what they deserve because they might be a little bit more than what they want on the scale, which is crazy. Like the looks, even if they can be beautiful, strong women with talent,
Mhm.
sometimes if you're not a certain size, they let you go. And I had an audition once where I knew what they were looking for, but I still went in there. I saw the other guys. I don't pop my shit too often, but those guys who were in there, I was like, they ain't better than me. They're not gonna get better than me. And like we went in there and did it, and I didn't get the role. And I saw the guy who they gave it to, and I was like, I'm not being a hater.
Mhm.
But from what I saw, from what I heard, from what I know about that guy, there's no way he can play this role better than I can. But looks wise, he had the look.
Yeah.
Let's say it like that. And
Okay.
sometimes they don't do that, but oftentimes they want a certain look. Have you ever like felt like you didn't get something because you looked a certain way? And how did that make you feel at that time?
Let me think. Did I not get a role that I didn't I mean, that I wanted?
Hmm.
No, I don't think I didn't get a role that I wanted,
Okay.
but I have been a part of productions where they cast me for the craziest things. And
That too.
then it's like, look at me. Why would I do that? For example, in high school. Well, actually, I could backtrack and say that like it's not necessarily that I didn't get the role that I wanted
Mhm.
based off of what I was well, I guess basically I can say that it was like they knew I wasn't getting the role the lead role.
Gotcha.
They might not have known what to give me, but lead was not it.
Heard.
And in my last 2 years of high school, I participated in the fall plays and the spring musicals. Now, the fall plays is probably where I got most of my chances. My drama teacher enjoyed my acting. Shout out to
Yeah.
Miss Berrywood, love her down.
Shut up.
And then for the spring musical, I think the only reason why I didn't get the parts for the spring musicals is because by the time I started, well, it was me going to a new school. But by the time I joined the cast, or by the time I auditioned, whatever, they already had their favorite, and their favorites were two classmates of mine. And outside of that, um, I don't know. I think like one person did like my performance, and the other person is like, well, this is how I want it.
Yeah.
So that's you know, yeah, it's weird. But I auditioned for Grease,
Okay.
and originally I wanted Rizzo, but they gave me Patty.
Ah.
Right. And so it's
Patty's
like,
cool, but
you know,
if I want Rizzo,
and
yeah,
it's
it's a little different.
like I know that I'm auditioning for a white production.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
so I know that like this is already crazy in itself. But
Hmm.
I'm getting the character, or I'm aiming for the character who I most resonate with. I'm auditioning for honestly somebody the type of role that black people get typecasted for.
Yeah.
And a role that would be typical of a Monique, um, a Gabby Sidibe if she was
Yeah.
a comedy character, any bigger black woman, that would have been her typical role.
Yeah.
So I'm auditioning for this typical role, somebody who is sassy, smart mouth, a high schooler smoking cigarettes in the school. not caring about life, whatever the case is. And then you give me this high powered, very annoying cheerleader.
Uh-huh.
I haven't been small since I was small. And
Same.
when they told me that I got the role of Patty, I wasn't sure if they were trying to be funny.
Right.
And when I say I didn't know if they were trying to be funny, I didn't know if y'all were trying to call me loud, fat, or both. Because I can be loud. I am naturally loud. You know, my
If
mama's
that's what you
black.
want me to do.
You know, I come from black women. My
Mhm.
mom is one of 11, and
Ooh,
7 of them are girls, and they're all loud.
come on, 11. That's ooh. God
You
bless.
know, and so like, loud is my second language.
Right.
So like, I didn't know if y'all were trying to act like trying to say that I'm so loud that I could be like an annoying cheerleader because I actually can. I came up cheerleading. Ready? Okay. We can do that.
Go team. Come
And
on.
and the joke will be on you because I can do a split.
Come on.
You see this big body, but I can do a split. Might
Talk
can't
to him.
do a cartwheel no more, but you could have absolutely got me on that wood. Ask about me. I was down to the double dutch competition, and when we did our finale and I hit that split, the entire gym
Come
got up.
on.
I had a standing ovation. Clock that. Ooh, I wish I
As
could
you
call my
should.
mama right now and have her confirm.
I think I done struck a nerve with that one. Come on.
But then it was like this skinny little white girl. Do you see pigtails coming out the side of my head?
Right.
Do you see me? You barely see me in a skirt. Like, can you not? Can you be for real? But this was also a Catholic school production. Shout out
Yeah.
to Carmel. But yeah. And I ended up not even playing Patty. So, you
Oh,
know,
okay.
I guess it worked out. Or I ended up not being able to do the production, due
Got
to
you.
having to do ACT prep. So
Okay.
I guess it worked out in the long run. But like for Bye Bye Birdie, I wanted to be Rose because
Of course.
I I can hold a note a bit better than the rest of the contenders, and I felt that way then, and I feel that way now. I'll stand on it. But again, they already
I mean,
had
you
their
could sing a
favorite.
little song from Bye Bye Birdie right now if you want to. I mean, not to put you on the spot, but I
Oh
mean, you can't be
Lord.
talking like that and just not giving us a little something, something, you know?
Ooh, Lord. What you want to hear?
Something, Rose. Come on, let me see.
You want to hear? Let's. All I remember is I'll be the toaster chichi castanengo, and
Okay.
every day my castanets will click. That's all I remember. Um,
Bravo.
but
Bravo.
like I
Fantastic.
but also just seeing the role that Rose played, how
Hmm.
she got on, do the way that she did, like I'm like, all right, I could do that. The
Yeah.
only thing that I knew I couldn't do was hop up on top of that bar that they had both of them doing, and them boys couldn't handle me. They had about 4 skinny boys, and
Oh,
I would have just broke all of them in half.
get in the
So,
weight room. Okay.
so it still worked out though. I ended up being part of
Yeah.
the ensemble cast. I was one of the news reporters, and I just worked the part that I got,
Right.
and I still stood out. People were like, "I liked you. You were funny." And again, like
That's so
maybe,
funny.
well, I felt then that maybe musicals weren't my thing, but
Hmm.
also what I learned with musicals is that it is honestly, it comes down to whose production it is, because I can assure you that a production that is put on at some random school versus a production down to the Black Ensemble Theater will
Yeah.
not be the same. And the roles, personally, I feel the roles will be, you know, better investigated some somewhere that of Black Ensemble Theater, Alvin Ailey, whatever, versus your regular. street theater thing. Like,
Exactly.
but again, like, not to say that street theater can't be done properly, because
No, of course, of
you
course.
can make street theater look like the Drury Lane. I just took some Chicago ones back. You can make the street theater look and feel like the Broadway,
All right now.
because it all depends on who you have on your team.
Exactly.
But that could be a hit or miss depending on who and where you're going to. So, like,
Yep.
I said all of that to say that if I would have done Bye Bye Birdie and Grease and everything, whatever production with another group,
Right.
I think the results could have been different from what I previously experienced.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I
Yeah.
kind of had, remember I said I tried out for a show in high school the year after this came out. So that show, looking back now, as the me who has gone to therapy for 11 years now, woo, woo, shout out,
Amen.
somebody who I thought about it at the time, but it was one of those things. I was like 15 years old. I didn't really like dive into it. I was like, whatever, just do it.
Hmm.
But the older I got, I was like, that went well. But if 15-year-old me could go back, I would say, how about this other role that I tried out for and not this role, this stereotype
Hmm.
of a role. So the role, if you guys know me, then you know I went to Longwood, shout out to Longwood, 95th Troop.
For
Um,
real?
and yeah.
Child, I worked at
Yeah,
home.
yeah, 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 yeah. So we had a show at the time called Bachelor Number Two,
Okay.
and there was like a lead character who was like the good looking dude who the girl wanted, the main character wanted. And
Hmm.
I was in the drama class. They said try out. I said, okay, I tried out for him. I didn't get him. Somebody else got him. And somebody else who, that whatever. That's another story for another day. But the role I got at the time, I was playing sports, but I didn't like lose weight from sports until like junior year. This was sophomore year. The character, his name was Kenny. And he was like every fat black male character you could think of at the time, put in one. And, he was the dark skinned dude. I even had a rap in the show. Like, looking back now, I'm like, I won like 2 awards for it that year. So, like I said, I killed the fucking role. But
Hmm.
like looking back, I was like, the feelings I felt back then, I just kind of tossed them to the side. And now I'm just like, that really kind of hit me and made me want to lose weight even faster because
Hmm.
like I had a rap in that. And in the rap, I remember the words and it sounds so great. It was a comedy, but
Hmm.
still, it was super stereotypical fat dude who was like the comic relief.
Hmm.
And in the rap, I said, I'm in love with greens. I used to eat taco beef supreme, salt and pepper, some hot sauce along with sour cream, ice cream in my bowl. Every Saturday, eating 32 flavors was my goal. Like, it was just so fat, right? But like I
Hmm.
said, I had the crowd every night just in tears, like laughing and laughing and laughing. But there were like fat jokes through the whole thing. And it was like, yeah, I was doing it. I was making them laugh. But I'm like, are they laughing at me or with me? Because I had to take off my shirt in like one of the scenes. And it was like, I'm
Okay.
like lifting weights and struggling. But I'm just like, okay, but can I actually lift it and like look good to like, no, struggle. And like I said, it was a comedy. So I get it. But at the same time, I was that fat boy, who was trying to lose weight, but I wasn't doing it like that. So playing that role affected me more than I thought it did at the time. So when I did lose weight, there was somebody who at the time I did that show, like didn't pay me any mind. Like she gave me dust. Fast forward like 4 or 5 years, and I'm like to me with like the cheekbones showing and she's like, oh man, you like a different person. And as somebody who went through that, playing that role and that character, I learned that while sometimes you do get typecast, right? Sometimes they're going to see you as the big guy or the big girl. what can you bring to it? You know, can you prove to them that you're more than that? Can you show them just how great you are and rise above it? And I think bringing it back to this, Jennifer Hudson did that. And of course, she got the joke. She got made fun of for her size back then, and she ended up losing weight and this and that. It happens to all of us. But the way she carried in this movie and the soundtrack, I just can't speak on it enough. So shout out to J Hood, shout out to Jennifer Holiday, and shout out to Miss Effie White. Just bravo, bravo.
And shout out
I
to
love it.
Florence Ballard, the Effie.
Yes.
Because in real life, she actually went through it and went through it
Yeah.
due to Barry Gordy and them. And honestly,
Yeah.
I don't know how she didn't throw hands, or
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how Cece didn't throw hands. Like I just
See, I told you. I told you that Cece was a motherfucker,
I don't
but
know how she didn't throw hands on Cece. Like, ooh,
yeah,
she's a
yeah.
better woman than I. But you're correct about that, because that even though I didn't get the roles I didn't get roles or whatever, I
Mm-hmm.
did sing the national anthem at schools for, like, when we had our assemblies. I sang for a couple of the games.
Come
I
on.
announced for some of the basketball games for, like, the starting line and all of that. So it did work out in my favor. And also, I was a member of Soul Tourism of Chicago,
Oh,
and
okay.
you honestly, truly couldn't tell me nothing during that time. So, like, I could care less about not getting that role. I'm literally going, like, what was this? Bye Bye Birdie, was that my junior year? Bye Bye Birdie might have been my junior year. No, no, it
Okay.
wasn't. It was my senior year. Junior year was Annie,
Okay.
and I wanted Miss Hannigan for
Ooh,
Annie, but
that's a good rule.
they this girl who people like to put me and her against each other. It was
Of
lame.
course.
We were cool, but, like, they preferred her over me. We had similarities. She's a bit bolder than I.
Okay.
As far as, like, where her confidence is, like, we my confidence is up there, but, like,
Yeah.
she lives out loud more, and I love her for it. Like, she's actually a plus size model now.
Yeah. Worked.
And she's a esthetician, and she do some more stuff. But even in high school, they had her personality was known,
Mm-hmm.
and so she was a better fit for the role, and it was cool. I went to go see the show, and it was still good without me. But also, what was it? So junior year, when I was like, okay, I'm not worried about getting Miss Hannigan, I literally went to Israel the first week of my senior year.
Yeah.
I'm not talking to y'all. Like, I went to Jesus Land, and while I was in Jesus
Come on.
Land, you was sitting up eating Harold's. I'm not trying to talk.
Not heroines.
I'm not trying to talk. The only island you've been on is Stony. I am 5 kilometers away from the Egyptian pyramids. You can't sit with me. So, and on top
A
of that, I'm
fool.
meeting celebrities left and right. I'm meeting people I
Right.
ain't even intending to meet at events I didn't expect for them to be. We sang somewhere in Indiana for the mayor.
Oh.
And what is his name? Pooch Hall was there.
Okay.
Him and Malik Wright.
Come on, the game.
They sitting up, they endorsing this man, whatever. And I'm like, who even are these? What do you know this man?
What is
Why is
happening?
this even important? Are you an Indiana? So, like,
No.
I've met Jennifer.
Yeah.
Like, be for serious. Speaking of meeting Jennifer, Jennifer did a Christmas special called "I'll Be Home for Christmas."
Okay.
Guess who was a part of it?
Who that?
Them Soul Children of Chicago. And if you take a look, there so we did the church scene.
Okay. So we can Google you.
You look up J Hud Christmas special. There is a church scene. It's a bunch of kids wearing a red and gold vest, and white long sleeve shirts, that's the Soul
Mm-hmm.
Church in Chicago. And
Come
I am
on.
in the very back by these candles, trying not to burn my perm off.
Let me see. Back by the
Um,
candles.
yeah, uh-huh.
Let me get you in
I
there.
would be on your right, on the back right, and you can
Okay.
see me in all my glory, and I mean, my hair is
Come
just
on.
swinging,
Shaking it.
and oh we okay, so like you can't sit with me. Y'all are buying tickets to go see
Let
these
them know.
people. Meanwhilst, I'm getting off the charter bus, and they didn't fed me in these people church basement. We are not the same. So it again, like everything works out for a reason, and it works out the way that it does for a
Exactly.
reason. I'm grateful for it all at the end of the day. But yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. So I got to talk about this because this is also something, like I said, this movie for me did a lot. And looking back, it's crazy how much can change in 20 years as far as your life and the way you see the world.
Mhm.
Because also, there was a character in this, Miss Deena Jones. And so here's the thing, I love me some Beyonce now. But at the time, I was one of those, thought the first album was cool. Like, I, I thought she was gorgeous. Like, there's that thing which we're going to talk about.
Mhm.
She was a slim girl with the light skin. Everybody want them a light skinned girl. Get you a light skinned girl from the South and this and that and all of that. However, the one who I really loved in Destiny Child was Kelly Rowland. And I was the person who was like starting shit and saying Kelly didn't get what she deserved because Beyonce got everything because she light skinned and this and that. Beyonce ain't even that good. It sounds crazy looking back, but like I said, I I was 14, 13 years old, y'all. So don't judge me too harshly. Adult me has crossed the water and love them both. But me pre 2006, pre seeing Dreamgirls was kind of like I wasn't giving her what I would give her now. And Dina's character in the movie, like, how she was the girl she was the girl who, when they wanted to cross over, it was easier to polish to put her in the front. And crossover has always meant something very specific, right? For
Mhm.
example, we go back to Effie. Curtis knew Effie had talent, but the gift, Deena was more marketable. And that language,
Mhm.
like when he was talking to her mom, that language is important and it matters. So for you, what did you think of Deena and how they presented her in the movie? And what did you think about, I'm kind of nervous, but what did you think about Beyonce at that time? Just be careful because I don't want nobody to sting you.
I was just about to say, like, don't come don't fight me because I know y'all want to tussle. But I want to play devil's advocate and say that,
Hmm.
2000, pre 2006, you might have had a point.
Yeah.
um,
You know?
because I was kind of the same. So I guess I was the same way, but I was also reversed. So back
Okay.
then, Beyonce could have got ticket money out of me.
Okay.
And Beyonce probably could get ticket money out of me now, but the primary reason why she wasn't getting ticket money out of me is because, girl, are you crazy? That's money. That's I gotta sell along.
Listen,
Like what? Um, but
it be like that.
my ooh, so with Destiny's Child, of course, Beyonce was always the one to be it, but I did enjoy Kelly.
Hmm.
Kelly has a voice that is underrated.
Still, yeah.
Beyonce, you don't really uh, she's hollering. I'm like, but like she it's like she has a controlled raspy holler,
Yeah.
and it works vocally, and especially for her because it comes out that way because her natural talking voice ain't high.
Right.
So she's singing
It's
above
very
her
deep.
talking voice.
Yeah.
So we really making her very white at this mic. So don't be surprised when she sound like she done pack three I mean smoke 3 packs a day
Yeah, you
because
gotta keep it low,
her
keep it
voice
down there.
gone. Like we are she's ripping her voice box.
Yeah.
But even now what I can give her today is the time that she has been given. The problem these people was trying to give her Diana Ross level accolades when she came out with the 2013 album.
Hmm.
And it's like she's not quite there yet. More time on it. Y'all trying to get this girl a lifetime achievement award and she ain't lived a full life.
Yeah.
And this is before the twins. Like, chill out.
Right, right.
So, how did I feel about them as far as like how they did the whole thing and how do I feel about the trope of it all?
Yeah, like, how did you feel about the character in the movie? Did you think it was like an accurate portrayal of how things were, the people who she was supposed to be?
Um, as far as accuracy is concerned, think I think primarily what happened is or really the primary reason is that Diana Ross was sleeping with Barry. I think that's first and foremost the reason why she got the position
Spoiler
that,
alert. Yes,
she
y'all.
got it. Yeah.
Like
In
the Wiz.
Dreamgirls, they made it seem like, she was more marketable in the beginning and then she got with Curtis.
Right.
And I don't think that's what it was in
Hmm.
reality. As far as her being, I mean, like, yeah, she pretty, but like, also, we're talking about a time where black people, ooh, this is gonna sound so ugly coming out of my mouth, but I promise you, I don't mean it this way. Black people were they just had a certain look back then,
Yeah.
and you can see it in all the pictures that come out sepia or that come out like it's like they done brightened up your hue tone. But you can
Right.
still tell there's a slight filter on the picture, and it's normally like when it's a picture of a little girl with these pigtails that's
Right.
twisted up at the side, sticking out, everything got this Wizard of Oz ass dress on, like it's crazy. Um, and even the boys was looking like baby Malcolm X's, and I mean Malcolm, full
Yeah.
grown Malcolm Little on a small body,
Hmm.
and so for y'all to be saying like, oh, well, not for y'all, well, or for the trope to be that, Diana Ross or Deena, whatever, was more marketable and she, can be the one to sort take us to freedom and all of that. Like,
On to the promised land.
You know, um, seeing that. Well, I mean, just knowing who the actual person was, or who the
Yeah.
actual people were. Honestly, it's like y'all chose who y'all would sleep with first. And the crazier part is that in reality it was Diana, but
Hmm.
like in the movie, Curtis wanted Effie and had
Yeah. Yeah.
Effie
And had a child with Effie.
and had a child with Effie. And so back then there was love. There was love for plus size women.
Yeah.
Um because for one, men were humble and were able to look at their lard arm mammy, and they knew that they ain't had no room to be sitting up talking about no fat girl because standing in your kitchen about to give you dinner
A delicious meal.
is a hurt back with some loafers, and you wish a motherfucker would talk about your mama,
On site.
your auntie, your granny.
Hmm.
And it was not necessarily a hidden thing because Either you was big because you was always big and you ate good, or you had a baby and the weight ain't fall
Mm-hmm.
off for real, for real. Either way,
It happens.
that man was giving you his time card. But so they tried to play it like Curtis ain't really like Effie for real. No, he loved her down.
Yeah.
They tried to play it like, he was just making his way through, or like, Effie was just Effie, but Deena was just the one. Or they tried to make it seem like because him and Effie ain't get married, that puts Deena on a pedestal.
Right.
No, because that lady was sitting there talking to his sisters.
Mm-hmm.
And both of them was Sister Big Bone.
Some big boned sisters, yep. And
And
hey, ain't nothing wrong with it.
but you can actually see during the time that Curtis do love Effie. That love you
Yeah.
I do came from a place
Mm-hmm.
where she was given the love and he received it.
He did.
He looked at her at the end of that performance. You just know they had some bedroom fellowship that night.
He said they had the waterbed shaking, huh?
They were in worship, okay? You
That's
can
when she got pregnant, see?
hello.
That's when Dream came of reality.
The fame and all of that, like, I think as the fame was coming, that's when he's like, "Oh, okay. What's up, Dana? What's going on?" You get tired
Exactly.
of Effie because of the things that she's going through on the back end that she's not necessarily letting y'all in on. She's trying to
Right.
balance she's trying to literally have a work-life balance.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess you could say that like an issue of communication
Yeah.
was taking place, because if she would have said, "Hey y'all, I'm going through this. I need a little bit of time," they they probably still would have made her choose between taking care of home and doing her job. But it's just I guess we'll never know because of how
Right.
things played out. But
How
like,
things ended.
just because of the circumstances and just how they were,
Mm-hmm.
Curtis or Barry Gordon did his thing. And you know also in the real story, it wasn't Effie that he had a baby with. It was Diana that he had a baby. They did a lot of switching around with the story. So yeah, but we've seen this classic case of, the bigger girl having the talent and
Yep.
the smaller or more prettier, more palatable face is,
Crossover appeal.
exact that's the appeal. and
Mm-hmm.
and then at the end of it all, you should have gone with the original in the first place. I'm reminded
Yep.
of the Parkers, with
Yeah.
Freestyle Unity, and
Stanley.
the episode that featured Tempest Bledsoe and Kalita Smith.
Mm-hmm.
And Kalita's character was like, "Yeah, I could put Freestyle Unity on the map, but little Jennifer Lopez looking girl, you gonna have to be the one to take it over. You already got somebody who was considered the black fat, which I will never forgive y'all for, because Countess Vaughn wasn't no bigger than a
Was not
15
fat.
or a
Yeah.
16, and y'all made that girl act like she was 1,000-pound sister. All y'all need though to ask.
I hate
Period.
Moesha for that, but that's another story. I
Ooh,
hate Moesha. Yo, booty.
because
Yo, booty need to go on a diet. I was like, whoa. Crazy.
the way Moesha Denise talked about her best friend.
Mm. Hater.
So yeah, I'm reminded of that. I'm
Mm-hmm.
reminded of, oh God, how many examples do we have? It's crazy. Um,
Countless.
and so at this point, it's old, it's tired,
Yeah.
and it's like it really be your own niggas. Like I honestly, I can't believe I did that for real,
Yeah.
because if you're trying to make money, at the end of the day, it's all about the voice. when you're in the business of singing, when you're in the business of performing, it's about the talent and how the
Yep.
talent is executed. And the fact that looks is what took y'all over. The fact that looks is what said to you like, yeah, this is what's going to maintain the success. The looks
Right.
are not doing the singing, and the looks are not in the studio.
Nope.
The looks are not writing the lyrics. The looks are not mixing and mastering the backgrounds of the song. The looks are not doing the actual choreography. The looks are just the looks. You can't change how somebody looks. And beauty is truly in the eye of the beholder.
That part.
You know how many people did not and might still not find Diana Ross attractive?
Several. Yeah.
And back then, especially in that time period, every gospel record you heard, every choir that performed, every soulful song that you heard came from somebody who meat stick to their ribs. And you got this squeak sound coming from the people from the other side of the spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
The math never math for me. For that, oh man, I couldn't.
Yeah.
I can't get jiggy with it. But I'm glad. No, I was about to say I'm glad that they wrapped that up. I don't think they have.
Not. They've gotten better, but it's not wrapped up at all.
Mm,
Which is why I want to talk about it because it's still, unfortunately, still an issue. So hopefully
mm,
we get better with it. But que sera, sera.
mm-hmm,
One thing I do love about this movie, as I said before, is the name of this podcast is the Cinematic Soul, and the cinematography in this movie was just outstanding, frame from frame. So
mm-hmm,
the cinematographer, his name was Tobias Schleisler, and he was a white man, but
mm-hmm.
he did some things where you can tell he has a passion for bringing things to life in a different kind of way. And from the opening scene, you could tell that he put his heart and soul into this movie, and he understood how to make these black and these brown faces look magical. And what I appreciate about what he did with Dreamgirls is that he did the research. He like went and studied like Motown videos from the past and the appearances on the Ed Sullivan show to make sure he got that right. Like the camera angles, like in the heavy scene, like the camera angles and the frame to frame, that all takes information processing and learning how to put it all together. Like it was vibrant. And what I appreciate about him is some people just put shit together and you can tell they just say, how can I take it? Like, that's it.
Yeah.
It's gonna sell because this is a big name company. Fuck that. You know what I mean? How can you catch my eye in a way that matches the ambition that you want these characters to have? When does the shift happen? Why does the shift happen? Like when Effie is isolated in the corner, when Deena is singing Listen, how the camera shows what's going on, tells the backstory, how she shines when she gets dark. All that stuff to me is something people don't pay attention to. So, do you think you're somebody who, when this came out, you pay attention to the background, like you said, the background stuff, the background camera angles and colors? Did you spot this stuff too, or am I the only person who was just like,
You're not the only
this shit looks
person.
different?
I was
Okay,
about to say that one thing that I appreciated is with the actual camera work with Dreamgirls,
hmm
you would almost feel like it was recorded on the same type of cameras.
exactly.
And that's another production that I appreciate that's like that too is Hairspray.
Yes.
Actually gives you the feel of you being in the 60s. Because like
hmm
you can put me in a 60s costume and you can put me on a set that's supposed to be the
Don't
60s.
feel right.
But there are certain aspects of things that are like, yes, that's it. And you you really felt as though they were recording the movie in
Yeah.
CinemaScope. And for that, like you said, the heavy, heavy scene, that's actually one of my favorite scenes because they captured the vibrancy
Mhm.
of it. They captured how the culture was. That one still shot that they got of Beyonce when she's in her little bob and in this whole outfit, it was
They
like
zoom in.
reading an old school Jet magazine.
Mhm.
And also that part of the movie where she's watching that little demo reel that they made of her.
Of her, yeah.
And the one part when I'm somebody, somebody,
In the
nobody's
house.
gonna hold me
Mhm.
down. Yeah.
The Campbell
That
connection.
yes. Oh,
The Campbell connection.
but
Oh,
but
man.
you gotta feel for it. You I felt as though I was
Yeah.
watching a 70s commercial. And you could just tell the investment that went into the production itself because I feel like today, if the movie would have been made today, it would have been so many ring lights, so
Oh,
many
God.
bright track lights in the ceiling, and you putting filters on,
Mhm.
and you're damn near shooting it on the iPhone 8. And and it's like,
Funny.
don't piss me off. But that's another thing. Like I said, it's all about who is a part of that team. It's all about who is running what and the work that they put into it. If you don't have somebody who cares about their job, it is not going to work out well. People have to, particularly when you are someone who is a director of anything dealing with a video,
Mhm.
dealing with audio, dealing with a script, everything has to be crisp. And I don't think that people pay attention to the fact that a movie it's a system.
Yep.
You get the person who writes the script because the person who's writing the script is telling the story.
Absolutely.
You have to get the right people to execute the characters in the story. Y'all come together and y'all put the story on display. Things have to be said a certain way, done a certain way, because you are telling a story that people have to believe. And then when it comes down to how it's supposed to look, because it's one thing when I'm looking at you on stage and you acting this out.
Mhm.
It's another thing when I'm looking at it through a lens. And especially if you're the actor in place, you don't know what it looks like on the other side.
You just trust in that person.
You only know what it looks like to be that nervous character in front of an audience. You don't know the
Mhm.
audience's POV. And you're able to see that in these cameras. And it also comes down to the quality of the camera, the brand of the camera, what you
Yep.
do with the camera, the software that you're using to run all of these video files on. Like, it is a whole thing.
It's hard out here.
It's stuff out here that you have to think about that you didn't even know existed. So like when people that's why actors and performers, people who are real actors, real performers, people who are in the paint, people who are doing street theater or doing theater for little to no money. This is why it grinds their gears. People who have degrees in theater. This is why it grinds their gears when you just up and throw Cardi B in a movie because she hot and because she know how to cuss in Spanish. I'm only using Cardi as an example. Love that girl down. Don't
Ice
fight.
Spice is my example.
Oh! My
Yes.
God.
The biggest example.
My God. Because I am so tired of looking at
I'm
this girl
sorry,
on
y'all.
first.
Zero talent.
Like, y'all put Kate in the ground and then put gra in her purse? Are you serious? This is not the plan that
Uh,
Katie had.
not
Oh
at all.
Lord. But yes, like so when y'all up and just throw some trendy person in the production, like love Megan down, but I just found out she's joining the cast of oh God, Moulin Rouge. She's playing Zidler. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Right. Right. Okay. So
Yeah.
when you just up and throw somebody in there
Yeah.
just because this is why people get pissed off. And then y'all sit around
Yeah.
talking, oh, this movie was trash. And you're looking at Rotten Tomatoes ratings and things of the like. It's because of who you throwing in there. I mean, like, okay,
That
people
matters.
betted on J Lo, and J Lo happened to do well.
Yeah.
She happened to take the time out to learn to carry, do what she had to do in order to carry these movies through. And so the movies that she's done, she did excellent in. Cool. You put a singer in a movie situation, and you know if they take the time to do what they need to do, it turns out well. Cool.
Yep.
But like this is why the real people who are in the paint, who are eating ramen 3 out of 5 days of the week,
Hey.
who are taking a shower and a whole bath in between,
Uh-huh.
all for the love of the game, who are putting in long hours, or people who are a part of companies who are not only the talent but also the stage crew. When you're dealing with directors and producers who have little to no money, who are trying to get grant money from whoever, somebody who ain't fortunate enough to be like, yo, Ryan Coogler, let's do this.
Right.
You, this is why you see people reacting the way that they do, because this is a profession.
Yep.
And you have people who are going to school to learn the profession the correct way. And then when you see other people get what you're going after the easy way, yeah, I'd be ready to burn the city down too. So like I need y'all to really think about what it is that people are putting their passion into. I need y'all to think beyond the cold read,
Yes.
because there's such a long process before getting to the cold read. Y'all sit up and be, oh yeah, they finna be doing this movie. Yes, I can't wait. Bring him out. No. And appreciate every step of the process. And if every step of the process is too much for you to fathom, then
You in the
you
wrong
got
thing.
work to do.
Talk to him, Shadi. Talk to
My
him.
Lord.
So, in thinking about all of that, and thinking about how this movie, like my theme this season is mainly about the music industry, the ups and downs that you go through throughout the business, and thinking about Dreamgirls. Since then, like we said earlier, some things have changed, some things have stayed the same. There's been growth, but there could be more growth. Before we close, I want you to speak to the singers out there, the actors directly. Hell, the plus size girls who having confidence issues, but they got the gift to keep going, but not to push. The ones who feel like they're the strongest voice in the room, but not positioned at the front because of different reasons. What advice would you give them on keeping their best foot forward and not letting the hate or not being what they think is enough slow them down? Like, how should they keep going?
As I minister to you, I minister to myself. My Lord, do it scared. Just do it, because you never know what doing it will do for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I am a living witness that if you just do it, good things can happen. Now, that's not to say that you're gonna go do it and things are gonna work out the way that you plan for it to work out, or you're gonna get what you want offered. If you do
It's not real
get what
life.
you want when it happens,
Great.
hallelujah. But
Fantastic.
if it don't be discouraged. Joy comes in the morning. Know that God is not. Ooh,
Come on. Come
stand
on,
still and
sister.
look up, cause God's
Woo.
gonna
Come on
show
now.
up.
Come
Oh,
on now.
all right. But
About
no,
to
for
preach
real.
to him.
There are so many things that I did just on a leap of faith. Um, and especially like I was afraid to do it. What was that? 2022 or 2023 when I posted that picture of me in parfait lingerie. And now I come from a family who would have never. And to this
Yeah.
day, I remain the only person
Who has?
who has done
Come on.
some wild shit like this. Now,
Trendsetter.
people didn't, they didn't went off and they didn't had babies and then married, niggas and all of that. But putting your whole
That's
ass,
different.
putting your body out here on Winifred Brooks internet. Yeah, and I mean, I put myself out there in the full bustier and panties
Come on.
and nothing
Slight
else.
work.
And I literally, I don't even think I was looking at the phone when I pressed post. And I did it because I signed up for a partnership with Parfait Lingerie. And so the deal was that they sent me the merch and I would have to put out a post. And so I put out the post and it was like I set it and forget it. I don't think I looked at Instagram for like another 3 to 4 hours.
You
And
say
my
you close your
phone
eyes.
buzzed. I got so many comments, likes, reposts. It was ridiculous. I didn't know what to do with myself, and this is the first time
Superstar.
that I had like I've done I've sang for different events. I have
Mm-hmm.
met different people. I mean, like I screamed in Jill Scott ear when I met her as a 12-year-old. And I thought that was the craziest thing that I could have ever done because
There's more to come.
I was so excited when I met her, and she was like, "Stop screaming, girl! Stop screaming!" I'll never forget that. And Jill, if you, I gotta meet Jilly from Philly again. But
Yeah, me
I
too.
thought that was the craziest thing I had ever done. Oh, little did I know. But yeah, and it's just I feel like there's so many other things that I've done that I could do with ease.
Yeah.
But something like that was
Said
just
never
a
again.
bit extreme for me. I'm not
That's
gonna
all
say
right.
never again.
There we go. See, there we
I
go.
think absolutely I would do it now. My only I think the only quip that I would have not even I don't even got a quip. No, I think if I'm gonna do that again, it's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be a professional shoot and not me being in the foyer of my apartment.
Heard.
Oh, because I put up a video like on TikTok and that got a lot of views too. Like that wow. Um
TikTok is crazy place.
it didn't go viral like I thought it would have, or like it should have. Like I recently went off on some girl because she almost got me caught up in some drama. And um that TikTok is currently sitting at like at least over 28,000 views.
Of
And
course.
me doing that parfait
Mess.
video was probably I don't think I've gotten over 5,000 views on that one. And it's like, I thought sex sells. What's wrong with y'all? But as a plus size model, now plus size modeling, that's something that I'm still coming into.
Okay.
I've done a few photo shoots, but it's something that I thoroughly enjoy. I am a member of the Pretty Palace in Orlando, and
Orlando. Woo woo.
yeah, they are Central Florida's number one plus size modeling troupe. These girls are booked and busy all the time, and honestly, they are who gave me the confidence to do things.
I love it.
They, I joined roughly maybe 3 or 4 years ago ish, and they do photo shoot after photo shoot, and even just when they go out, it's the confidence, it's what they wear. Like literally, like you see these videos that say, "Put that shit on," put that shit on.
Heard.
Okay, they have like I always had it in my mind, but they forced me to actually execute
Yeah.
putting that shit on, not caring about what you look like. Yes, the body is big. We can see it whether it's in a sweatshirt, whether it's in a dress, some shorts. You gonna see
So with
who
that being
butter roll.
said, take it off.
With that being said, the outfit fit. Put it on.
Do what you want to do.
Do what you want. Do what. One of my favorite TV shows.
In living
Living
color?
Single.
Come on now. Living single?
The queen said, "Do what you want, girlfriend, because it's your world." Words to live by. I have done one photo shoot. No, two photo shoots. One was a photo shoot with the Pretty Palace girls, and then
Mm-hmm.
the second photo shoot, it was all me. It was was it my birthday? Yeah, it was technically my birthday shoot,
Okay.
but that one was a little bold for me too. Because remember, I said I had posted in the lingerie. This
Yeah.
time, I had on jeans, but I was topless,
You were like,
and I had the roses in front of me, and I'm like, my mama gonna lose her shit. But
she gonna call me.
she's gonna call me, but I'm prepared to hold the conversation with her. Yes, that was me.
Yes, I did.
I did it. And can't nobody beat my ass about it.
What?
And really at the end of the day, that's what you gotta consider.
There you go,
You
y'all.
have to think about and consider that they're not gonna beat your ass about it.
That's the
And
advice right there.
how they gonna get mad at you because of what make you happy?
Being grown.
Like they in your business. Don't do that. You know, for singers, listen, just sing your heart out. Whatever it is that you love to sing, I just ask that you be versatile.
Yes.
And I
Please.
ask that you have a full repertoire. Um, actors, continue whatever it is that you do, whether it's community theater, whether it's, stage handing, stage production managing, even if it's you acting out scenes on TikTok. Because honestly, them is my favorite. I love to see somebody,
Yeah, I be watching those too.
cause I love a good one. Fuck the family. I let the family in my house and the family fuck my husband.
Yes, Faith.
Yeah, that's it. Faith fuck my husband. Like because you know how much practice you gotta do to be able to get that down? It's this one girl on TikTok, Kristen. I ain't seen her show up on my pipe in a while. But
Faith.
she was doing all of the black movies.
Yeah.
Or the 2000s era black movie. Ooh,
Okay.
what a time to be alive.
Man.
But you got the brothers.
Didn't know how good we had it.
Oh my God. The brothers how to be a not how to be a player.
Two can play that game.
Thank you. Two can play that game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord, the one with my man.
Brown Sugar. Deliver Us from Eva.
Thank you, because I was about to say LeBron's wife, not LeBron's wife, that other one's wife. Yeah, that little era of movies.
Yeah, it was
she
the
was
Renaissance.
acting out, and I said, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yep, I got the way I got to play that game on VHS.
Oh, VHS. Come on, VCR.
The way I
still
still
work?
got my VCR DVD combo machine
Working condition.
that I can plug up to this day.
I know that's right. Keep hope alive.
Don't let him come with an HDMI cord. It's a wrap.
My God.
But at the end of the day, do it
Yeah.
scared. Do it weary. Do it unsure. Do it sad. Do it happy. Do it when you don't want to do it. And again, as I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself because I need to be I gotta stay on my own. And you know, it's all about what you want for yourself. You only get one life. Live it to the fullest. And especially if you're my age, if you're between 30 and 37, 38, maybe. You live in a primarily golden time. Like the time before us, the time of our parents, if for some people grandparents,
Yeah.
whatever. Um,
Crazy.
that time was classic, and that's a time that we can hold on to. That's a time that we can preserve. But like specifically millennial,
Mm-hmm.
we have lived through so much. We have lived the life of our parents, our own, and our children all in one. We've seen the past. We're trying to work the present. Whatever grasp we can get on the present, whatever change we can make for the present, we're doing
Yeah.
that so that the future can look better. We were brought up in a time where we were prepared for one reality
Mm-hmm.
and we're forced to live another reality. And the other reality that we were forced to live in, no one could prepare for it.
At all.
Our parents were preparing us to robotically go to school, graduate, buy the house, work the job, repeat. And our upbringing brought so many whip wop to top to the clock for me. And yeah, so just do it. Like it sounds really cliche, but literally just do it. My first food review sits on TikTok at over 10,000 views. Um, and for me, at first, I used to worry about like being viral and like, dang, ain't nobody looking at my stuff for real. But like
Right.
the engagement I do get, I like it. Now, of course, I wish that there could be more, but I could also, randomly be outside and keep leading showed up. So,
God is amazing.
you know, so just do it, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Because
Just do it.
what's for you will absolutely be for you. And I promise you, I'm not trying to sound cliche, but these are words to live by. These are things that are they're true. They exist because they are true. And this is where tried and true comes from. You try it, you're gonna find out that it's for real. Do it just because.
Shani, where can the people find you on social media and tell them what you got coming up soon? What stages you're going to be on the next couple months? Just tell them where can they find you at for more.
You can find me on Instagram at damn girl, you know everybody.
Literally.
You can also find me on TikTok at Tiny Bigs, 2 Y's, 2 G's. Twitter, don't nobody pay attention to me on Twitter except for your boy. But I love them 90s, capital I, capital L, capital T, the number 90. What do I have coming up? So I just sang with the Chicago HBCU Alumni Choir
Mm-hmm.
at the United Center for the Bulls Hornets game. And actually, this Saturday, we will be singing for the Chicago Fire.
Okay.
And we'll be opening with the anthem at their game. Then from what I know right now, in May, we will be singing the anthems, both anthems for the inaugural HBCU Baseball Classic that will be held May 2nd at Wrigley Field in Chicago, Illinois.
Come on.
And it is Alabama A&M versus, oh my God, I forgot that quick who it was. But yeah, it's them two. And yeah, a time will be had. If you are a
Okay.
Chicago listener, the tickets are free. They're currently taken up for right now, but if you join the wait list, Tickets will be made available again, and
Okay.
they will email you with the instructions on how to obtain your free ticket.
Free.
Free
Y'all
99.
love free. Come on now.
Okay, and
Go on and
it's
check them
Wrigley
out.
Field. Like, come on, man.
Wrigley Field.
And then we always do a concert in November. It's our fundraising concert that we do for our scholarship fund. And outside of that, I don't have any planned events as of yet. So I am open for bookings for weddings, baby showers, whatever party you need an MC for. I'm your girl. I can even host a repast, and we will get down with
That's
the
not
get
funny.
down. I promise you.
Come on.
People often laugh when I say that because they don't be thinking that I'm for real.
I was laughing because it's funny because I can
No,
see
I'm
it. So
real.
I'm just like,
I
come on.
can come and comfort you. I can, I'll make the program move swiftly.
Love that.
I'll sing a little hymn for you if you need. Whatever. I'll go down to the church house. Listen, the church crowd is one of my favorite crowds. Okay, don't be good and black and Baptist. Okay, you take me down somewhere like the fellowship or the greater harvest, and I'm not gonna know how to act. Okay, but I love a good church program. Y'all can get me up there. I'll sing with your choir.
Okay.
I'll render A and or B selection. I can't guarantee both because especially so I'm the type of person I get nervous during
Yeah.
performances and stuff like that. So when I was at Alabama State, I did The Color Purple, and I actually did Dreamgirls. How did I not mention that I did Dreamgirls this whole time? Oh my god! Well, really, because
Don't worry.
I won a real
Are we
role.
gonna sing a song on the way out? Uh huh.
I was part of the ensemble crew, and
Okay.
we did the
Perfect.
actual Broadway script.
Okay.
We
A little
we
different.
we kind of integrated the Broadway and the movie at the same time, and it was chef's
Okay.
kiss. To this day, I love it down. But yeah, I was nervous for both productions,
Hmm.
and in situations like that, I would take a shot. I can't do that when I go down to the church house. I will render an A and or B selection, and you better make sure that I know it. Okay, I might take you all the way back.
Hilarious.
We might let Jesus lead you.
Mm,
We might
mm.
do that, or don't ask me to do no Maverick City because I don't know. Okay, I don't know the lyric. I know who they are. I know what
Right.
they sound like, but don't ask me if I heard their new song because I probably did and don't know the name. Okay, yeah. So in anything anywhere I will do.
She'll be there.
I'm palatable for other religions. We can do the bot
Okay.
mitzvah. We can do
Put a
the bar
little.
mitzvah. We can
Come on.
opah. Okay, it do not matter. I just want to bring the party.
Come
I'm
on.
also considering becoming an ordained minister so that I can marry people.
No
Um,
surprise there.
yeah. So like I have a lot of things that I'm trying to cook up under my belt, and I want to give a shout out to one of my coworkers,
Okay.
Nicole Jackson, because at work I'm trying to bring up the morale
Okay.
at my job, and I am primarily a paraprofessional at my job, but I'm overseeing student council, and I do the announcements on the PA, and I
I only
treat the
imagine.
announcements like a radio show.
Of course.
And so the very first time that she heard me say it, she was like, "Miss P, you did a really good job. I feel like you need a podcast or something." And I was like, "What's crazy is I didn't did a couple of them, but I didn't got out of touch with it." And so she's been pushing me
Come on.
to just do stuff again. Do it scared, okay? Prime example. I done been on everybody else's podcast and still ain't got my own damn podcast.
Come on.
A couple of things I
Next
ain't
week.
figured out yet, and it's a lot of doubting and stuff that I'm doing, but
Mm-mm.
I'm doing it. So I want to thank Miss Jackson for being my push. Oh, also this coming Sunday, I will be joining the Black Girls Den podcast. I've
Okay.
been on 2 episodes with them. already. We talked about Girlfriends, and we talked Living Single, and Sunday we'll be talking Insecure.
Okay. Definitely have to
And
check that out.
I previously was a part of Black TV Shows podcast with Miriam Temeskin. But the podcast ain't off. It's just Miriam be booked and busy with her job. She works in film and she lives in Canada.
A little hiatus.
Yeah, and she's recently engaged. So
Shout out.
so we're excited. Whenever we come back, I will let everybody know. But we've been
Okay.
discussing the Cosby Show and A Different World. And I can't wait to reconvene with her, especially with this new reboot that they're trying to bring out. That's gonna piss me off. I already know. But yeah, so that's
Okay.
where we are with things.
Okay.
I love to host weddings. I love all things parties. So book me, DM me, let me know.
If you need a host for something, hit Shani up.
Please do. And
That's what
I am
she's saying.
reasonably priced. So
Okay.
yeah.
And me, of course, y'all know you can find me on Instagram, on Threads at EBKnowing. That's EBEKNOWING. And follow at Cinematic Soul Pod on Instagram, on Threads. Might be making a YouTube for when I do stuff like this. YouTube kind of gave me a problem last year, so it was a headache, but I might circle back. I don't know. We'll see. Shani, before we leave, how about we sing a little something for the people? Now you have two options, all right? I'm gonna let you choose. We can do Step Into the Bad Side, just the intro, or we can do Total Praise. Come on now.
We gonna Total Praise.
Total Praise. All right, come on. Are you gonna start us off, or you want to just jump in there?
I'll start off.
Okay, come on.
Lord, I will lift my eyes to the hills, knowing my help is coming from your peace,
Give me
inside of the
do do do
You
do.
are the source of my strength.
Do 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 do.
You are the strength of my life.
Boom 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 boom.
I lift my hands in total praise to you.
Woo!
Woo! Hallelujah. I almost went
Come
there.
on now.
Lord.
Come on now. Come on now.
Mm.
And on that note, y'all, obviously, stay black, stay magical, and keep the soul and cinema alive. Peace and love.
Peace and
Peace and
love,
love.
y'all.
Woo, hallelujah.